Hola chicos, so here we're going to hit something new today, possessive adjectives, which actually aren't completely new. We've had experience with expressing possession before. We've talked about like my friends and my family and your class or whatever. So we're going to hit possessive adjectives here. So a possessive adjective, the whole purpose of a possessive adjective is to show possession. Okay, so who owns something? Or express a relationship. So for example, a relationship. Okay, you say it's my homework, that's your possession. But my mom, that's not your possession, that's a relationship. So it's either used to show possession, something that belongs to you, or to express a relationship to someone. So in Spanish, possessive adjectives are placed, and normally since they're adjectives typically go after. This is one of the places where they go before the nouns they describe. And so modify is just a fancy word for describe. And they have to agree. So they have to agree in number, so if it's singular or plural, and gender with the noun they describe. Now, just like what we did with the colors, if it doesn't end in an O, naturally, the gender issue doesn't really become a thing. But if it does end in an O, then you have to worry about the gender issue of it. Does the O have to change to an A? All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and hit our possessive adjectives. They're pretty straightforward. If we're showing who it belongs to, so if something belongs to yo, it is me. Okay, translation as my. Now, me has a plural form, and the plural form is mis. So it's mi amigo, but mis amigos. You have to show that those two words agree with each other grammatically and number. Gender isn't an issue because me doesn't end in an O. If it belongs to tú, the possessive is tú, but notice we're dropping the accent, and we translate that as your, and it's your for the informal singular, the little lowercase I there. To make tú plural, simply it ends in a vowel, so you add an S. Tus will be the plural form of it. Él, ella, and usted, like always, they're going to share the same one, so we use su. So su can be translated three ways, actually. It can be his, so su tarea, his homework, her, su tarea, her homework, or your, if you is formal, your, su tarea as well. If what they're possessing is plural, so for example, is their, or I should say his cousins, for example, his cousins, su then has to become plural as well, and it is sus. Let's go over to nosotros and nosotras. If it belongs to us, it is ours. Right? The word is nuestro. Nuestro. Now, nuestro can also become nuestra if it's feminine, nuestros if it's masculine plural, or nuestras if it is feminine plural. And we translate that as our. All right? Vosotros and vosotras, just like nosotros becomes vosotros, nuestro becomes vuestro. And just like nuestro, since it ends in an O, it can be A, OS, or AS. And that translates also as your, but is your for that informal, plural you that is only typically used in Spain. Last but not least, ellos, ellas, and ustedes. If it belongs to them, it is theirs, so it's their homework. Guess what? Just like over here, it's also su. Yeah, plural form being sus, and it can be translated as their. So the EIR, or yeah, EIR there, or your, if your is formal, if you're in Spain, formal, but otherwhere else in the world, it would just be plural. So those are the forms. So let's go down and just show you something really practical here. All right, show you how this nuestro, vuestro thing can work with the masculine and feminine. So for example, okay, so nuestro or nuestra, vuestro, vuestra, they agree in number and gender, both of them. All right, so for example, Alejandro would be es, because it's not how he feels or where he is. Okay, it's what he is. Our is nuestro. What he is our uncle. Nuestro tío. Now this is what you have to ask yourself. This word is describing this word. So, tío is masculine, nuestro is the masculine ending. Tío is also singular, nuestro is the masculine singular ending. So right now we have agreement. But let's change it up a little bit. Rather than having an uncle, let's have an aunt. So Clara es, nuestro is our, tía. But here's the thing. Nuestro is describing tía, and tía is feminine. So nuestro and tía, not okay. Nuestro becomes nuestra. Okay. One last little thing, and we're going to do some more practice with this in class. This is just to get your head wrapped around the subject. All right. To clarify the meaning of su and sus, because su and sus has so many different meanings. It can be his, her, your, their. It can be your if it's formal. It can be your if it's plural. Sometimes what we do is we just replace the possessive adjective with they and the person's name or pronoun. So for example, es tu tía. That can mean so many different things. And if we don't have context, we don't know. So maybe es su tía, we could instead say es la tía de ella, okay, of her. Or es la tía de Natalia. So if you don't really know, you can use they and then their name, because remember, apostrophe S, not a thing. We are never going to use apostrophe S in Spanish. It's not a thing for possession. All right? So instead you can use the word de, meaning of. So there you go. That's the basics. We're going to practice more of this in class. I'll see you there. Hasta luego.